Okay, so I've had the Galaxy Watch 4 Classic for about a week now. So I wanted to go over the 5 biggest disappointments or issues that I have with this watch compared to my Galaxy Gear 2 watch that I've had for about 2 years. This watch is awesome. So the biggest disappointment of the Galaxy Watch 4 Classic is the battery life. It sucks. The Galaxy Gear Watch 2, this one here, I could get 4 days. I could go a whole weekend, can do a long weekend, no problem, without having to recharge. Normally, I would charge this one up on Friday, and then when I came back to the office on Monday, I would still have about 20% left, and I would charge it back up on Monday, and then Friday come around and I would charge it up on Friday. That would be with the typical use. If I use it a lot during the week, I may have to charge it on a Thursday or a Sunday, depending on how much I used it. This Galaxy Watch 4, the battery lasts a day and a half. If I try to conserve the energy, I might get 2 days, but on day 2, I'm at under 15%, and it really needs to be recharged. That is the most disappointing thing about this. This one, I believe, had a 472 milliamp hour battery, and this one has a 360 milliamp battery, I believe. And that is the primary disappointment here. The next thing that I was kind of disappointed with in this one was the charger. It's this. That's what you get for this $500 watch. And it doesn't even really stay on there that great. And on top of it, it takes a long time to charge. This little tiny battery, 360 milliamps, will take 2.5 hours or 3 hours to fully charge if you're, under 20%. Why didn't it come with this? A nice stand to stand your beautiful watch on. This is what it should have came with. As an indicator light of when it's fully charged and when it's charging. It stands, it's nice. It should have came with something like this. A little more solid. Or at least allow this watch to be charged with one of these. If you watched my previous video when I originally got this and set it up, we tested this charger. It will not work. So charging time and this dinky little charger. You can buy a stand kind of like this that this fits into online. They're about 10 bucks or so, but for the price that we're paying for a watch like this, to only get a little thing like this is a little bit disappointing. The next one, not as big of a deal, but still kind of annoying, is the Watchband. Now, the Watchband itself is pretty decent quality. It's nice. I like the feel of it. It's not like a weird sticky rubber. When it gets wet, it doesn't get too sticky. It's a very plush, supple kind of rubber. My disappointment is these. These Watchband cuffs are terrible. They're like the Watchband cuffs that come on knockoff Amazon, $6 watch bands. They do not fit properly. These move around and you constantly have to tuck your Watchband tail into here, and eventually it will just come out and move around. The old Watchband ones, you can see actually here, the original band for this one, I removed the red Watchband cuffs from this band and used the black ones that came with the original Watchband because they fit tight and snug and they don't move around. When you tuck the tail of this band in, it's nice and tight. They don't move around. This is just a sloppy mess. These just come loose. Really disappointed. Not really disappointed. I just wish they used tighter fitting cuffs. It would have been nicer. I wouldn't have to fiddle with it 6 times a day, tucking the end of the watch back into the cuff. The next thing that I wanted to discuss is some of the available metrics on the watch faces. So with the old Tizen Galaxy Gear Watch, you had things like calories, your distance in kilometers or miles, and how many floors you've gone up and down. You could display that in your watch face. I've talked to a couple of watch face developers, and they have indicated that that is not something that is available for watch faces on the new Galaxy Watch 4. A little bit disappointing. I had a face on here that I really liked. It was the MD182. It would display your calories and your distance of travel, whether by walking or whatever exercise you've done throughout the day. It was useful to see how far you'd walked and how many steps you took. This will show you steps, but as far as distance walked and stuff like that, it's apparently not available as one of the metrics, even though you can get that metric through the apps on the actual device. The next one was that the ECG and blood pressure monitoring systems do come on the watch, but are not enabled in some countries. Some countries like mine, being Canada, I understand it may be something to do with FCC or Health Canada not approving the functionality of it. This is something that Samsung probably should have worked on prior to releasing this, or at least put a little bit more effort into. You can enable them. There is a workaround. I do have a video out right now. I will link it up here. You can enable them, but it's a workaround and it's a little bit hacky, but it does work. It took me about 20 minutes to get done. I am a technical person, so someone that purchases this watch that isn't very technical will probably choose not to just have them enabled and live without them. Now, the features aren't super useful in most cases for me personally. ECG and blood pressure, I don't really measure that often for any reason. So they're fun to use and to check when you're exercising or doing some things or doing some strenuous activities. But other than that, I don't really make too much use of them. So those are the 5 things that I was a little bit disappointed with the Galaxy Watch 4. Other than that, it is a phenomenal piece of tech. It has lots of features. It has a vibrant, responsive display. It is very useful to me on my daily, so I will be keeping it. I will be retiring this. Hopefully there are some improvements on the battery life through software. Not likely, but I will get over the fact that I have to charge this every other day. It'll just be a part of life. Hopefully the next watch will have much better battery life. I hope you liked this video, and I hope I see you in the next one. Bye!